It's 8 o'clock. This is the UK Tonight. Coming up, breaking news. Sky News finds more damning emails in the Epstein files, this time involving the king.
Y'all, new shocking DOJ files from the latest Epstein emails are now pointing at King Charles for allegedly facilitating Epstein's London flat, the same place people claim those freak-off parties happened. And word is, in return, Epstein was secretly paying for young women to stay in a luxury flat in West London so they could stay in contact with members of the royal family outside Buckingham Palace. And according to these claims, this was happening right up until Epstein's final days. Then, in the very same week those allegations started spreading, people began saying tens of thousands of Epstein files were suddenly being removed or simply vanishing. And I'm not even going to lie. If even a piece of that is true, then this is not just a scandal. This is a system screaming, "Don't look here."
These are the files that the FBI has removed from their public Department of Justice database. The yellow files here are the files that President Trump is hiding.
Because look at what they're saying is happening at the exact same time. A source is now exposing a police boat arrived at Epstein's island, and rumors are spreading online that they might finally uncover bodies. I'm saying rumors because that's what it is right now, but the timing is what makes people's stomachs turn. So what are we watching here? A real cleanup, a real search, or just another show to calm the public down while the real proof quietly disappears? A post begins laying out a long thread of claims about Epstein's ties to the UK, saying records from those huge file drops suggest he was linked to a luxury London flat, and that payments for young women connected to that place allegedly continued almost until the very end. It even quotes messages like, "Thank you so much for London apartment. It's in Chelsea," and Epstein replying, "Is it far from school?" Now again, people are saying this London setup kept running even after Epstein's name had already become toxic. And that's why this hits so hard, because the question isn't just that Epstein had a London flat. The real question people keep asking is who helped pay for it and where that money actually came from, because they believe the system has been protecting itself for so long that public money could be used like a sponge to soak up dirty problems. And the palace, according to an insider, really wants people to believe this is only about Andrew. The insider says the royal PR machine is pushing the idea that it's just Andrew, like he's the only bad link in the chain.
Because they want you to think that it's just Andrew. But this simply isn't the case, because who booked Andrew's travel to see Epstein? Oh, that was Amanda Thirst. Who accompanied Sarah Ferguson to meet Epstein when he left prison? Oh, that was the Metropolitan Police that we were paying for. So all of this, and that is just two examples out of hundreds and hundreds, because we are looking at deep institutional rot.
And you know what makes that feel even darker? The public doesn't even believe just Andrew anymore. People are now protesting outside Buckingham Palace, demanding King Charles come forward with what he knows about Prince Andrew and Epstein, especially after these latest file releases. One post claims the DOJ made more than 65,000 pages disappear, with some files now labeled under review, while others just return 404 errors. People also say survivor photos and hard drives are missing, and so far there hasn't been any clear explanation that restores public trust. Then another post goes even further, claiming the DOJ confirmed that 47,635 Epstein files have been removed. If the goal is protecting victims, why do people say it looks like whole sections are vanishing, not just names being hidden? Why does it feel like parts aren't being carefully redacted, but broadly wiped away? Because if you're not protecting victims, then who are you protecting? Now let's widen the lens to how Epstein even moved in the UK in the first place. Because London isn't just a city in this story. London is a shield, and people have been saying that for years. There's a post going around that's framed like a deep dive from a former police officer. It questions how a convicted offender managed to fly into the UK 15 times without police noticing, and suggests the real reason is that police were too busy protecting him, claiming VIPs were quietly waved through at RAF Northolt.
How did Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted offender, fly his private plane full of victims into the UK 15 times without police noticing? Because they were protecting him. The UK police aided Epstein, Israel, and their favourite asset, Palantir. And as a former police officer, I'm pretty pissed off about this one.
Then there's that leaked email people keep pointing to when they talk about the blocked story. It claims Epstein's private jet may have landed at British Royal Air Force bases. And the messages suddenly turn tense once someone realizes the journalist's question might actually be true. So now people start asking a simple question that quickly becomes a dangerous one. Who actually approved that access? And if someone did approve it, why would they ever admit it? The Telegraph published a long report explaining how Epstein leaned on London's reputation machine. PR handlers, libel lawyers, and spin merchants working behind the scenes to control the scandal and keep the press quiet, even outlining the strategy and the people quietly helping him. And if London is where mess gets cleaned, then a London flat isn't just property. A London flat becomes a hiding place. So when people start hearing that something was funded with taxpayer cash, the message lands very clearly. If it reaches the crown, then it reaches the whole country. And that's exactly why political names keep getting dragged into the conversation too. Emails claim Nigel Farage said Nick Candy sold just one flat to Jeffrey Epstein for £39 million. Yet other posts suggest there may have been additional property deals and emails involving alleged associates. Then we see a reform London mayor hopeful abruptly walk out of an interview the moment she's asked about Nick Candy. And suddenly the whole moment starts revolving around one simple pressure point: transparency matters.
Nick Candy is in the Epstein files. Did he know Ghislaine Maxwell? What's your response?
And has he done any wrongdoing? And
what's your response?
And has he done any wrongdoing?
The question is
You
open.
met him for a business deal.
Right.
We're not talking about, we're not talking about Nick Candy. We're talking about
He's the treasurer
immigration.
of your
How
party.
is that related?
Of
You
course,
cannot
donated
argue
$1 million.
this
That's the whole
argument.
point.
So you're picking on random stuff that have no relevance. I gotta go. Bye, Piers.
That's
Sorry,
exactly
we have a
what you're
rally.
doing.
Now, I'm not telling you what happened in that studio. I'm telling you how it plays to the public. It looks like people freeze up when Epstein's name gets too close to their donors, their parties, their power circles. Sources now say the daughter of Russian billionaire Umar Jabrailov believes her father didn't take his own life and was instead silenced because of his alleged ties to Epstein and the royal family.
Hey y'all, I'm sharing this with everyone so you know, my dad didn't kill himself. I just learned my dad died. I'm gonna be emotional about it. I don't really like him very much, but still. He didn't kill himself right now. He got killed because he's linked to the Epstein files.
Now that's a serious claim, but do you get why this kind of claim sticks? Because it tells a story the public already believes, that powerful circles don't just hide scandals, they bury people. So by now, the public is looking at three moving parts at the same time. You've got the island rumors about a police boat and bodies, you've got the London flat claims with messages about school and a Chelsea apartment, and you've got the files disappearing claims with huge numbers being thrown around. Because if you were truly innocent, why does it feel like the story is being quietly sucked out of the room? Now let's talk about why people believe Prince William matters right now, because this is another angle making the palace look like it's quietly bracing for impact. Radar Online published a piece claiming William is already acting like a monarch in waiting, running a separate operation, guarding his schedule, and signaling a generational shift while Charles remains on the throne and continues duties during cancer treatment. But in a story like this, the public reads it like a sign. They read it like, he's preparing because something is coming. And if something is coming, the next question becomes heavy. Is William preparing to modernize the monarchy or preparing to survive a fallout? If people ever start to believe that taxpayer money somehow ended up connected to Epstein's world, it becomes a real question about legitimacy. Now I want to bring in one more piece carefully because it adds to the larger pattern people keep pointing to, claims of hidden abuse being ignored in the UK, and it shapes how many fans understand the idea of a possible cover-up. A viral post claims experts say hundreds of child cases linked to beliefs in witchcraft and evil spirits go unreported every year in the UK. I'm bringing that up for one reason only. It feeds the public fear that abuse can be hidden in plain sight when systems don't report, don't track, and don't protect. So here's where I leave you, and I want you to really answer this in your own mind. If the palace keeps pushing, "It's only Andrew," why are protests calling out King Charles directly? If Epstein's jet really had access to RAF bases like people claim, who signed off on that? If London really is a place where reputations can be laundered, like that Telegraph report describes, then what else can be laundered besides reputation? And if the DOJ is truly removing tens of thousands of files, why should the public believe the story is moving toward truth instead of moving toward burial? Because right now, one side is saying, we're protecting victims, but the public is saying, no, you're protecting power. And until the missing pages come back, until the access questions get answered, and until the money trail is clear, people are going to keep asking the same thing, louder every time. If this was just one bad man, why does the cover-up feel so big? And if King Charles knows nothing, why do so many people believe the opposite? Now you tell me, if the island is heating up, the files are shrinking, and the palace is pushing one name as the fall guy, what do you think they're trying to keep you from connecting?